Hi, I'm Lisa Murphy from Therapies. Today I'd like to talk about the advantages of telephone therapy. I find that telephone therapy can often be overlooked in favour of face-to-face therapy, but speaking to a therapist over the phone can be really useful in many ways. So here are 8 advantages of phone therapy. Number 1, convenience. The most obvious advantage to telephone therapy is that it's convenient. You could be relaxing in the comfort of your own home and speaking to your therapist no matter where they are. You can organise your phone therapy to fit in with your life. Number 2, privacy. A great advantage to telephone therapy is that it's more private. You don't have to see your therapist and they don't have to see you. You could also choose a therapist that's in a different area to you, and by doing that you can really reduce the possibility that you're going to bump into them in the local supermarket, which can be pretty awkward, especially if you've been talking about some quite sensitive issues. Number 3, it can save you money. Therapy costs can vary quite widely depending on where you live. So if you live in an area with a really high cost of living, for example London, then it might be an idea to look around for a therapist from a different part of the country where the costs are lower. So you can save yourself quite a bit of money doing this. Number 4, mobility issues. Often it can be difficult to find a therapist who offers adequate accessibility for you, or maybe you just can't get out of the house for some reason. Telephone therapy helps you bypass all these issues because you can speak to a therapist over the phone from the comfort of your own home. Number 5, it can be less daunting for anxiety sufferers. People who suffer from anxiety can sometimes find it really difficult to get out of the house and go and visit a therapist. It can just sometimes feel too scary. So telephone therapy can offer a good alternative. Number 6, it can save you travel time and costs. Nobody likes an unnecessary commute. So by having telephone therapy, you can avoid all the pitfalls of the busy traffic, the stress of trying to find where your therapist is, bad weather if we have it, as we do often here in Scotland. All these things can be bypassed by using the phone instead. And it's going to save you time, which again saves you money. Number 7, it's more comfortable. Telephone therapy gives you complete control over your own environment. You could be relaxing at home on the sofa, you could be sitting out in the garden, you could even be going for a walk in the park if you wanted to while you speak to your therapist over the phone. All this just creates a better environment for you to relax and engage more in the therapy. Number 8, it's a good alternative. Telephone therapy offers a great fail-safe if you can't make your face-to-face appointment for any reason. I always offer my clients this option. If they have a last-minute emergency, for instance the car's broken down or they can't get out of the house for some reason, then I'm happy for them to take their session over the phone instead of coming to see me in person. And this means that they avoid having to cancel and they don't have to miss out on their session that week. Despite all the advantages of telephone therapy, there are a couple of things to bear in mind. Firstly, security and confidentiality. When you use a phone, just like any technical device, it's important to bear in mind that your confidentiality may be compromised in some way. So it's a good idea to check your device and make sure any necessary security systems are up to date. Secondly, telephone therapy may not be suitable for everybody. If you are going through a really serious time and you feel you need a really high level of support, then I'd advise that you find a therapist in your local area. If you feel that telephone therapy might be right for you, you're welcome to get in touch and book your free initial consultation with me. This will give you the chance to tell me a little bit more about what's going on for you, ask any questions you have, and book your first appointment if you decide to go ahead. You can get in touch with me at my website, which is cherrytherapies.com.